We are looking for an apartment in Mexico. I'm moving to Morelia, Mexico in 2 weeks. I found an apartment about 2 months ago, and the title is How I Found an Apartment in Morelia in 10 Minutes. There's a link to that video in the description below. It's a great method and it really works. But the plan to get that apartment went totally down the tubes. It went south. What happened? What went wrong? Red flags started popping up about 10 days ago. I was getting along well with my new landlord in Morelia. I talked to him on the phone. He was very friendly. When I called with questions on the phone, he would answer me. And when I sent him messages on WhatsApp, he would respond to my messages. Then we had the total eclipse of the sun here in Mazatlan, and he'd never been to an eclipse before. So he told me about 7 days ahead of time that he was thinking about coming down. I told him, cool, come on down. I'll meet you at the bus station. The day before the eclipse, he said that he wasn't coming. The bus had broken down that comes directly from Morelia to Mazatlan, and that was fine with me. I had other things to do. Then, the day of the eclipse at 5 o'clock in the morning, my phone starts ringing, ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling, and it was him. I talked to him 3 times in 15 minutes at 5 a.m. He was on the bus, and he said he would be in Mazatlan in an hour and a half. That was red flag number 1. We have a brand new Facebook group. It's called Mexico Expats Living in Mexico, Bill Dallas Lewis. Join us, get informed, share your ideas. There's a link to the Facebook website in the description below. I mean, the ride from Morelia to Mazatlan is like 14 hours. He couldn't have let me know when he got on the bus, like about 5 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that he was on the bus and coming. What kind of person does that? Now, he knew the dates that I was going to move into his apartment, so the closer that date came, I started to call him on the phone. And I called him 2 or 3 times, and he didn't answer the phone over the process of 3 or 4 days. Now, I've been in this apartment for almost 2 years now, and I've become quite spoiled. If I call my landlord right now, if she doesn't answer the phone, she's going to get back to me in 5 minutes. If I send her a message, she's going to respond to me in 5 minutes. And she lives in Durango, which is like 3.5-hour bus ride away from Mazatlan. Whenever I do get a hold of her and talk to her on the phone, which I've done many a time, she's always joyous and happy and appreciative of me as a tenant. After I did get a hold of my supposed new landlord, he left me some what I would think were kind of rude messages. Things had gone totally south. That same day when things went south by accident, I talked to one of my subscribers, and this person had just moved to Morelia. Before she found her present apartment, I had referred her to my supposed new landlord. He showed her around Morelia and showed her 3 properties. She said that they were all expensive, not that good, and he was telling her that it's really hard to find apartments in Morelia because only a few are available. She told me that he was rude to her also. She loves Morelia, and she was having so much fun. She said she had to pinch herself every day. She's an American. And I asked her, well, how did you find your apartment? We go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Join us, ask your questions, leave your comments, get your answers, and click that subscribe button so you get a notification. She said, Bill, I just rented an Airbnb and I rented 3 nights. And then I went to Facebook Marketplace, Morelia, and I booked appointment to view about 9 different apartments. She said she met many wonderful, polite people, and there were a lot of apartments available in Morelia that were extremely affordable. Some people would say cheap. She found a beautifully, fully furnished 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment for about $500 a month. She lives in that apartment now. Her landlord is fantastic and she's very happy. Her plan worked, so I'm going to use her plan. As I speak to you in this video, my move is about 16 days away. On a side note, since I'm going to be seeing each apartment in person, one thing I would do for sure, everywhere I go, I'm going to go into the shower, turn the hot water on, check the water pressure and see if it's sufficient for me, and see if the water gets hot. It gets a little chilly at night in Morelia, and in the winter months, I don't want to take cold showers. This way I can check firsthand. I'm headed to the bus station today to get my bus ticket. Once I do that, then I'm going to book my Airbnb in Morelia. Then I'll start booking my appointments, and that time is very near, so stay tuned so you can see what happens. Thank you very much for watching. I have looked for and found many apartments in Mexico, and usually things went pretty well. This is a different method. Check up with us, click that subscribe button so you can see how we ended up with our new apartment in Morelia. We have many more videos to come. Click the subscribe button and we'll see you in the next video.